Good evening all, this is Jason from New Zealand, ZL2FT, and I'm just doing a quick video, a response video to Daryl, Radio Nut 63, on his question about that digital mode. And I mentioned it was FT8, and it's a new mode that's been out, developed by K1JT, Joe Taylor, and you can download it for free from his website. Or you just do a search for WSJTX download, and you can download the latest version, 1.8 RC2. So you want to try and get the latest version that has the FT8 mode in it. So, and FT8 is certainly taken off. It's been very, very popular compared to modes like JT65, which was extremely popular, say 12 months ago or 6 months ago, before FT8 came along. And most people have migrated over to the FT8 mode due to its fast turnaround period. It's about a 15-second transmit time. So a lot faster than JT65, which was about 3 or 4 times the amount of time. As you can see on the screen, it's decoding there at the moment. Call signs here on 40 meters on 7074. And you just put your radio into upper sideband, and you'll hear the tones there. They're quite distinguishable if I turn the volume up. So on the waterfall here, there's quite a bit coming through. Now I'm running a dipole up about 6 meters, an 80 meter / 40 meter dipole, trap dipole, and it goes really well here on 40, and it's there's a strong signal. And over here you can see the signal strengths. I've got my finger here, the right area. So there's your minus dB, or your rating of your signal strength. The station, the call sign or information, and you can scroll along there, and it gives you the countries down there as well. So you can scroll across because it cuts it off a bit there. That other side of the window is the transmit window if you're using, or the exact frequency that you're sitting on up here in the waterfall. If someone transmits there, it will actually come up in this section here as well. Mainly used if you're transmitting, because someone could reply to you, and the system would automatically go into auto sequence. So if you tick auto sequence, once you've set it up with your call sign, if you're a licensed ham, it would automatically respond to someone responding to your CQ, and it will respond to the first call. So you tick those 2 boxes, and it will automate for you. And then you've got your various, steps that will go through. You watch it actually go through the steps. It will step it through on the automated system, and then you enable transmit or halt the transmit if you just want to be receiving. So you can do that, or tune if you want to tune. Again, just like JT65, you have to have your internet clock synced. So I use a piece of software called Dimension 4, and Dimension 4 is free. And every time I start my computer, every now and then I'll just do a quick resync and make sure the internet clock is synced exactly, or at least within 5 seconds or 3 seconds of the internet time, so you're not out of sync of receiving. Now, Daryl, you had on your latest video, or part 2 video, you had the screen showing the waterfall. Now, for some reason, you weren't getting any decode, so I'm not sure what's going on there, because I got 2 windows. The second window here has the receiving window in it. Oh, actually up here you have to go in and make sure you tick FT8 as well. Select that you are receiving in FT8 mode up at the mode section. So you've got to tell the software you're wanting to listen to that, because this software will do multiple modes. So make sure FT8 is ticked in that, so you are receiving the right digital mode. I'll change that. My radio is actually synced up with the computer, so it will show me the frequency like 7074 on 40 meters. And if I flick through the other bands, okay, if I go to 20, I've got to change my antenna. I can guarantee 20 is busy. That's on the dipole, which is not tuned for 20. Here's the dipole tuned for 20. I've got a lot of noise on 20 at the moment, but the software is synced with 20 meters, and I'll get a lot of Australia and South America and Europe at this time. So where do I go? 14, 18, yeah, 18100 is the other one. So on 17. 21074 is another frequency. 28 megs, 10 meters is, yeah, 28074 upper side as well. So you'll probably find a website which has the frequencies on them. I know 30 meters, for example, is a bit of a different one. It's 10.139 or something around there. Not 100% sure on 30, and it's also on 60 meters for you guys who can use 60 meters. There's a frequency on the 5 meg band for FT8. But I'm sure there's plenty of information out there. Just Google it. But yeah, 7074, 14074, 3574, 18100, 28074 or upper sideband, 21074 upper sideband. Basically 2 kcs down from the old JT65 frequency, which has still got a little bit of activity on, but certainly nothing like that waterfall is now with all the stations. And as you can see, I'm hearing on 17 meters, Japan, China, Germany coming through at the moment, and my antenna's not even tuned for 17. But you'll be amazed that it's just constantly got activity on the FT8 mode. It's really taken off. And there's someone who's popped up on the exact frequency my receiver's on. As you can see, it's quite weak, but it's there. There's a trace on there. So that was the Juliet Hotel 3 station. But have a look there, Daryl. Just make sure you've clicked that mode and you've downloaded that version is what I've got. WSJTX version 1.80 release number 2. So it's got to get the latest release for your operating software. Make sure you download the one for Windows, etc. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea. And obviously you go and you config and set up your sound card and all that. So not config, sorry, settings to set your sound card, etc. So my one's of course set up for the radio, going through a USB codec on the and I have to go through Ham Radio Deluxe to make it work. But I've just set it up with the ICOM IC7610 and been trying to get it to talk with the new radio. So it's been a bit of fun trying to get that all set up again. But that's it. You've got 2 windows. As you see behind the window there is your waterfall. I have that sitting in the background, and of course I just sort of, you showed a screen like that before on your video and you weren't decoding anything, so I'm thinking you're missing this window, which is pretty critical because that's going to be your interface to show what stations you're hearing. Now, if you ever use PSK Reporter, you can also go to the PSK Reporter website and see who's heard you. If you're transmitting on FT8 mode, it's quite interesting. Put out a couple of CQs. I run about 20 watts, maybe 25 watts max, and you'd be amazed who hears you on that mode. I go there after about 3 or 4 minutes and just check on the PSK Reporter, type my call sign in, select the band I'm on, and have a look and see who's heard me. Go through the settings to make sure you're uploading to that, and but hopefully that helps. And that's, as I say, the version I'm using. So download that one. Make sure you've selected FT8 mode, and make sure you've got that window up as well. Otherwise, you're not going to be seeing your decodes. Anyway, good luck with that, and we'll keep an eye out for your next video. So 7.3s from down here in the North Island of New Zealand.